Welcome back to episode 13 of the Diamond Diary. Today we have a good friend of mine, Dylan Stoner, another Burleigh local, works at Iinvest or
Iinvest, yeah.
Long I or I invest?
Just two. There's two I's, which I'm not. Yeah, Iinvest Securities, we're called.
Cool. So the question that we wanted to ask Dylan today was to provide his hottest tips for a wealthy retirement for millennials. I wanted to ask him because a lot of my 20-year-old, early 30-year-old friends just spend like no tomorrow.
Yeah.
And make $1,500, spend $1,600.
Yeah.
So Dylan is qualified financial planner.
Advisor.
Not planner.
Theoretically, we do some planning.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a stockbroker, but yeah, financial advice basically.
Yeah. Stop right there.
Yeah. What have you done to me?
There you go.
Yeah. So that's our wheelhouse basically.
Yeah.
I know a lot more in the stock world than the property world, but yeah, it's more about just building wealth in general. That's our wheelhouse.
So, what would be your best advice for, say, somebody that's, say, 21-year-old lawyer, professionals, just finished that bond, whole bunch of debt, good law firm with a good job with a top 4 law firm. What should they start doing now to ensure that they've got enough money for their kids when they're 40?
So, with the debt that you're talking, I'm assuming is just like HEX type stuff.
Yeah.
Fuck that. You don't need to pay that back. Like, it's indexed based on CPI. There's no real. That's not going anywhere.
My dad on HEX. Was a New Zealand citizen.
Yeah.
And we didn't realise. We thought when I went to bond that you had to be a citizen to get HEX, and you do, right? But we didn't realise I could get HEX if I just became a citizen by descent. Citizen by descent is a 2-page application. It takes 3-day turnaround. We only found out 2 weeks after I graduated. Dad was like,
it's literally, it's not free money, but you're not paying obscene amounts of fucking interest on it.
So
it's not like the States. I wouldn't focus on putting all your shit back into HEX until you are earning more money than what you kind of know what to do with. Our biggest thing is basically at that age, compounding. As you said, it's very easy to, if you're earning $1,500, go out and get pissed every weekend, spend it on whatever you want to.
Whatever the 28-year-old male on Instagram.
Exactly. So that's the easiest way to get yourself in some trouble early.
Yeah.
Not that you're going to get yourself in an obscene amount of trouble, but you're probably going to look back at it at 30 years old and go, fuck, I wish I had have just put $500 away, even if it's $100 a week.
Anything.
It's basically anything, just put it away. And then what we would recommend is just put it in what's known as an index fund. So it just tracks the ASX. Or tracks any kind of index over time. So you're just compounding it on compounding.
And an index it would be, say ASX 200.
Yeah.
That means that is the 200 most valuable companies that are traded in Australia.
Top 200 public companies in Australia.
Okay.
So that's just purely based on market cap. So how much those businesses are worth.
Yeah.
You can do it with the top 500 in the States. You can do it with the top 100 in the States. You can do it with the top 50 in Australia. However you want to do it. But just something that tracks it over time. They generally return 7% a year, extrapolated out over 100 years or so. So some years you'll be up 20%, some years you'll be down 10%. It's just you never know. But
you've got that. So even anything is better than nothing. To put away weekly, right? To have $5, $10, $25.
I've got an account for my niece and nephew. I put $100 in a week. When they turn 18, so I'm only putting $5,000 in a year.
Yeah.
By the time they're 18, that's $90,000 I've put in there. That'll be worth 250, 260.
Oh wow!
Pretty easily. So that can send them to uni. It's just that compounding over time. It's not anything you'll miss.
Yeah. And
same thing. If you're 20 years old, if you're just putting in $100 a week, just keep doing it. By the time you're like 30, 40, whatever, you'll have a way bigger nest egg there than what you would have had before. And obviously the longer it draws out, the more you're going to keep making. So by the time you're 60, like by the time my niece and nephew are 30, that'll probably be worth over $1 million.
So it does go exponential. It's kind of like education, right? Like like I guess it's like what Warren Buffett first said. He's like, the first 100's the hardest, right?
Yeah.
Then it just gets easier and easier and
exactly.
easier, right?
So to make it, it's kind of same thing. Warren Buffett called compounding the eighth wonder of the world. Like, and he basically said, if you don't understand compounding, you are the one that's paying for it. If you understand it, you're the one that's making it, and that's basically how it works.
Because that's essentially kind of how, I guess, making money and building wealth works. Is money's moving around. Are you the person that the wealth is coming towards, or are you one of the people that the wealth is going out? Yeah,
exactly.
You know,
because there's not just exponential money out there. It just moves from person to person. So it's are you the one pumping money into Burleigh Hotel that then is going into maybe the publicly listed company that owns Burleigh Hotel? Bruce Matheson owns that, which then he's a billionaire. Yeah. All the people that are at Burleigh Hotel pulling $300 out of the ATM every weekend and throwing cash over the bar are the reason he's a billionaire. Yeah. Because he's gone, well, fuck, I'm going to put money in here and I can make money out of that. So people aren't buying joints like that for $50 million because they're not making money. Like that's how it works.
So I guess like kind of to wrap it up is the best time to plant a tree was 15 years ago, and the second best time is today, right?
Basically, that's
if you're not putting money
how it works. You can do fancy shit with cash, and I'm a big believer in better yourself at the same time. So like, if the opportunity comes up to put some money into educating yourself in something, whatever it is, go for it. But that just put something away that you're not uncomfortable with, that you're not going to miss, and just let it grow over time. That's the best way to do it. And there's no, as you said, it's like planting a tree. Like, there's no fancy way to do it. You can't just do a development and make $100 million. It doesn't work like that. But you can compound it and then do a development when you're 40. And
I'm learning, man. I'm trying to 100x money and stuff.
It's not as easy as what it sounds.
9 times out of 10 you get burnt on it. Yeah. Because I guess it's the risk to reward ratio. It's low risk, but it's more higher chance that it's going to. If you put $10 a week into an ETF,
ETF, exchange traded fund.
Exchange traded fund. There's heaps of different products out there, Vanguard and all that stuff. Do you guys? Yeah,
so like the one that I've got my niece and nephew in is a Vanguard fund. Okay. So it's VHY, so Vanguard High Yield. So they pick the top 50 yielding companies that pay dividends every year on the ASX, lump them together, and then pay you the dividend that they're getting. Perfect. So if anybody wants to know more about setting themselves up for the future or stocks or anything, where do they find you? So Iinvest Securities is probably the best. My name's Dylan Stoner. Just go to our website and you can go from there. Look me up. Want to plug your socials, or Mrs. probably won't be happy? Nah, exactly. Yeah, too many DMs. Yeah, exactly. Awesome. Thanks, brother. Thanks, mate.